Hello and welcome. If you're watching this film, it means that you are about to make a very important contribution to Playing for Change. Playing for Change supports social entrepreneurs who help children and youth to a better life.
Playing for Change is a unique kind of organization. First of all, it's founded by Kinnevik.
I think for Kinnevik it means giving something back to the society, which is also with children, which is something we connect to in our daily lives as well.
You can say that the Kinnevik Group companies invest money to us into our foundation. And then we take that money and we find the best people to invest the money in. And then they do the social impact.
Social entrepreneurship is based on the conviction that business-like methods are useful and necessary to reach social goals.
I believe that you can find the best people from the business field and the best people in the social field, and you combine these two, and then really good things can happen.
It's been helping us a lot to have the perspective from the private sector and from companies like the Kinnevik Group, which made a huge difference to have someone that believes in you, taking Retalk from being an idea to, during the first year, open our first physical place.
Search and selection is our most critical process. It's where we choose which social entrepreneurs to invest in.
So we can be sure that it will be a success. We have to limit the number of participants that we have, so we know we can really work on helping them in a beneficial way.
And we pick the champions on the child right field, and then we invite them to our incubator, and in this incubator they are involved in kind of a program where they have their own advisors from our co-workers from the Kinnevik Group companies.
During the year we meet with the advisors and they share their experience, their knowledge and contact. It's like, that's the best thing ever.
Our aim is to support the most innovative change makers and assist those social entrepreneurs to help solve the most pressing issues in today's society for children and youth.
And when I look into the Convention of the Rights of the Child, I sort of reminded myself of the article about children's right to play. Normally on the global arena you discuss children need food and shelter and education. But for me, I mean, a child really needs to have the opportunity to play, to be able to live.
In the selection process, the key is to find the right idea in the hands of the right individual.
Because it's not just ideas, you also have to bet on the people. You can have a very good idea, but if you're not capable of driving it, it's not going to be a great idea in the end anyway. So I think making those judgment calls, choosing between who will be a part of this program and who will not, is difficult.
The selected entrepreneurs, who we call our playmakers, are chosen based on a number of different criteria. The idea must contain all of the following aspects to be considered. First, the idea must have some kind of social impact for children or youth, working with a focus on empowering them, not just solving problems for them.
I love children's books. I read a lot when I was young, but I rarely read any Ghanaian or African children's stories. I started the Golden Baobab Prize, which is a literary award whose goal is to stimulate the African children's literature industry and inspire writers to create more African children's storybooks.
It's one thing to take a child to step 1, and it's another thing to take him to step 2. For now, if we are bringing them to play basketball and we are giving them the values and everything, we should also try to take them to class 2.
Second, the idea should be system-changing and have potential to alter society in a longer perspective.
The juvenile justice system is expected to reform young people who fall foul with the law. When they come out of the correctional center, they relapse into crime again and again. For me, the effect on they themselves, the family, and society is such enormous. That is where I intervene.
People thought that other people have tried it and they failed. So what Safe Child Ghana did was we use play and learn. Whilst children are playing, they are learning. That's what we use. Our vision is to make sure that children all over the world live in a safer environment, free from injury.
Third, it should be scalable. The idea should maybe start small, but have potential to reach out nationally or even internationally over time.
We have currently one marathon program in north of Stockholm, and our ambition is to grow out into the country. So with the help of Playing for Change, we're going to have 3 new programs this fall, and in the future hopefully take over Sweden.
It also meant that I could speed up and expand my operations much faster than I would without Playing for Change.
Next, the idea must have the capability to develop into a self-sustaining business. Dependency on a single investor should not be necessary within a 3-year perspective.
The funds make us be able to evolve faster. We could actually have people work with things that won't give money right away, but will maybe give money in a year.
Even if our main partner is like the public sector, because we work with the libraries and with money from the municipalities, it's been helping us a lot to have the perspective from the private sector and from companies like the Kinnevik Group. They have like a different mindset and different way of doing things.
And finally, that special something that is hard to describe, that little bit of magic that lives within each one of our playmakers.
They have this kind of energy and this kind of magic spirit around them. And you can really feel this is people who has this huge passion to really, really change the world and really change it for children and youth.
On one hand, they should have keen skills within entrepreneurship, but they also need to have a burning heart and an irrepressible passion to make a difference.
Att tänka i banorna, hur kan man förändra? Kan man förändra? Och vi är helt övertygade om att det går att förändra.
Working with the kids, you have to teach them values, so you also get to know your own values. What drives you? What do you wish out of life? What you're not ready to let go of, which is your own values.
We are looking for a leader with excellent communication skills who is articulate, can inspire others to get involved, and is brave, ready to be challenged in our incubator. Help Playing for Change identify and support these extraordinary human beings so that together we can change the world for children and youth.